Good evening, one and all. Happy day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How are we all doing? Can you guys hear me okay? You guys feeling okay? You guys having a great week so far? Oh. Good. I'm glad we're all happy. Well, it looks like you're all happy. As long as none of you are feeling bad, that's all. And if you are feeling bad, then tonight, let me help you feel better. Mini Painting Dad is kicking us off right away, straight out the gate, with 5 gifted memberships. Incredible scenes. Thank you so much, Mini Painting Dad. You're an absolute legend. Thank you very much. Are you all doing good? And, well, there is a big echo. Is there? There shouldn't be. I can only see myself coming through once. Have you got 2 instances of the stream open? Have I got 2 instances of the stream open? Let's have a look. Because there's always a chance that I've got the stream open somewhere. Ah, you had it running twice. There you go. There we go. Well, thank you for having it open twice. I really appreciate that. That's very cool. Right. I need to talk you through the format of how this Clanrats video is working, in case some of you are worried. So, the way it's working, and what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do 1, maybe 2 skin recipes, and we're going to film it live as well. So, you guys are going to, when I say you guys have to be quiet, it has to be quiet on set, okay? So, let me show you. So, here we are. So, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm painting all 40 of the Clanrats. Let me just put my face on. There we go. Hello, my face. We're painting all 40 of the Clanrats for 1 video. But what we're not doing is painting 40 Clanrats in exactly the same way. We're painting an absolute horde of various different things going on. So, because there's 40 of them, that means if we divide it by 8, we can do 5 different skin recipes. Okay, and as you can see, what I've done here is I've already finished 2 of them across 16. So there's 8 here and 8 here. And this is what we've got. We've got, for example, well, where's a good one? There's one, and we'll go with this guy as well. So we've got 2. Not in focus. There we go. So there you go. We've got 2 little skin recipes going on here already. Okay, so there's going to be 5 of these in this one video, okay? And then once all 5 of the skin recipes are done, so these are fully done, right? And they're pretty quick. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll tell you how they work. So for those of you who you're in the know, so you'll know before the video goes live. But this one here, that's Rattling Grime, and then Wildwood on the hair. It's then dry brushed with Carrack Stone. Boom. That's it. We have some Gore Grunter fur on the nose. We have a little bit of Evil Sun's Scarlet on the eye. And then we have some Screaming Skull on the teeth. We have Gore Grunter fur on the claws as well. Now this guy on the other side, Nuln Oil. Black Templar on the hair. We've got Carroburg Crimson on the nose, around the eyes, in the ears. And then it's dry brush with Pallid Witch Flesh. We've got a bit of Evil Sun's Scarlet in there. A little bit of Carroburg Crimson once again. So this is what I mean. Is 8 different, well, sets of 8. We do 5 different skin recipes, okay? And then once all the skin recipes are done, we then jump into doing the actual clans. So rather than it being a case of 6 or 5 or 6 different videos where today we're going to be painting Clan Moulder, and then it's the same flesh stuff, and then it's just like 3 colours for, like, I don't know, like the shawl and the clothes and that. It's just one video, you see? But there's loads and loads and loads of information in there. So you can either take parts of it and paint 40 of them exactly the same, or you can do as I do, or you can do whatever the hell you want to. So tonight we're going to be doing the next 8. So we've got 8, 16. This will put us on 24. Maybe we'll get to the second set. I've already figured out what the recipe is. Here it is. That's a set of paint for you. And we're going to record it live. Is everybody okay with that? Is everybody on board? Does that make sense as well? Does the video sound cool? Because if it doesn't sound cool, you have to tell me now and I have to start again before we get to the next 20. Because after this, there's no going back. But something you guys will also be interested in, I recently, as of yesterday, finished off the rat ogres. So there is your first rat ogre. There's one. There's another, as you can see. And then we have our third one. There. So as you can see, we've got loads of cool stuff going on here. So the rat ogres are done. The grey seer needs its base doing if we have a little bit of time and I'm feeling sad. Then we'll do the rim of the base because the grey seer's video will come out tomorrow. But would you mind doing a Clan Mordkin, please? What does Clan Mordkin look like, Healy Jack? Is it an official one? Or is it a homebrew scheme? Because if it's a homebrew scheme, I can't teach you how to paint your miniatures your way. Right, you go there. So, it's very congested on my desk right now. So, which one is Master Splinter? That would be the Clawlord on Norbeast. Clan Eshin. Yeah, well, so this is the thing, right? Rather than do Clan Eshin, how to paint Clan Eshin, which is just kind of just, it's black plus a flesh recipe, which would be the same as the other flesh recipes, we're able to put Clan Eshin into this. That then means we have 40 Clanrats painted in 10 different ways with 5 different skin recipes. It's really confusing, but there is slots to do 10. So, you know, we've got Verminous, Moulder, Moors, Eshin, Pestilence, and so on and so forth. So there's all of that. So drop them in the chat for the things you want to see, and I'll see if I can do them. If I can't do them, you'll find out why. It's because I couldn't figure it out. So, 4 more months until the big 3 years. How many more years until you get a back tattoo of my face? Who says I haven't already? That's the big question. You know? So, in order to do this, it does mean... Hang on a minute. Hang on just a moment. But thank you very much for the 32 months, Jack. That is absolutely incredible. You are amazing, and I love you very much. So, are you ready? Because we're going to start now. So I'm going to pause the music, and then you're going to see a little bit more about how it is that we do things around here. So I have to get rid of my face for a minute. So don't worry, I'm still here. Hello. So if you're ready for this, here's what we're going to do. We're going to record it live for you guys. So there's no figuring out here. So what I need to do is I need to do the setup shot here by popping these guys into shot because we've already finished them. So what we're going to then do is just get all this out of the way, and there we go. So we're going to have press record now. So here we go. So with all that Gore Grunter fur applied, as you can see, our second recipe is now finished and, well, ready to go. So it's time to move on to recipe number 3. So we're just going to pop these over to one side, and we're going to gather up our next 8 Clanrats, and we've got one just here. And, well, the colour we're going to be using first is Berserker Bloodshade. We're going to be applying this over the tails, because last time we forgot to do that first, and this time we're not going to forget to do that first. So we're just going to apply this over the top of all of the tails, across all 8, and then once that's done, we'll come back. And there you go, guys. Hey, welcome back. Who sneezed? I heard you. I'm joking. So now we do all of these 8. Are they tiny baby rats or your hands just massive? Oh, they are very small. I have quite small hands. It makes playing difficult guitar parts quite hard. There we go. Second one down. So the trick here with the tails, right, is not to overload your brush. It feels like you should do that because it's just a really simple little area to do it. But because they're all curved, what you don't want is don't want a large collection of it, like right in there. Like, see what I've got there? So I'm just going to dab that off and just remove that. Like that. And it's always good to just have a quick look from the front and just blob it on there if you need to. Oh, we've got another little collection of it there. Captain Mannerings, thank you so much for the 1 gifted membership. That is fantastic. You're fantastic. I enjoy that very much. Thank you. You're very, very kind. As ever, guys, if you could please leave a like on the stream for this behind the scenes type thing, that would be very, very much appreciated. It is a free way to support the channel. And of course, if you haven't already, please do make sure you are subscribed, as we have gone past 65,000 subscribers for the year so far, and our ultimate goal is 75,000 this year. And we will inch ever closer towards that goal with your support. And if you really enjoyed this video, if you're really enjoying this stream and you want to send me a little something, you can do exactly as Mini Painting Dad and Captain Mannerings have already done. And you can gift some memberships, or you can become a member yourself. Or alternatively, if you really want to, you can send a super chat telling me that I'm painting it wrong. If I am painting it wrong, you know. Got to help each other out, you see. Stelliad, thank you very much for becoming a member, and Conky Ming as well. Thank you very much for becoming a member too. Wow, you guys are amazing and being fantastic. Thank you so much. That's so very generous of you. Thank you. There we go. One more. This little guy right here. Perfect. Cool. Part 1 done. I need to update some member totals. So we'll just pop that back on, as you can see. Member goals. What we had was we had 1 from Captain Manrings. And we had 2 more from there. And then we had 5 more from Asmodeus. That puts us on 8. Plus 8. Incredible. 439 out of 450. You'd love to see it. Dan, I've just seen you pop up anything. I know you were concerned about missing Tale of Many Warhipsters the next episode. I put it in the Discord. I don't know if you saw, but everybody in the Discord wanted to have the episode on the 17th of July rather than tonight. So it's happening on the 17th of July. Rather than tonight, which is why we're painting Clanrats instead. Oh, Conky Ming, thank you very much. That is very kind of you for another gifted membership. That puts us on 440. Wow. You guys are being incredible. Goblin Horde, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. What is going on? Are we shooting for a record here today, guys? Thank you so much. That's incredible. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, your support is so nice. Right, so we've done Berserker Bloodshade. That is the first paint in this set. So the next paint is we're going to go for some really dark brown rats here. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to use Cygor Brown up next. For those of you at home who are familiar, basically what we're doing is we're, just to update those of you who have joined a little bit later, we're live filming. So it means we're going to have to stop in and stop out for a minute. But we're doing 8 Clanrats in a flesh recipe right now. So we're doing Cygor Brown for the skin, and it's like a full base. And then we're going to... I was going to think Black Legion, but I think that might be too dark. So I'm just going to swap that out now for Black Templar over the top of the Cygor Brown for the dark hair. But then we're going to dry brush it later with some Night Quester flesh, which will make sense a little bit later. Jack, thank you so much for the 1 gifted membership. And then Dazran, thank you so much for the another 5 gifted memberships. My goodness me. That is incredible. You guys are amazing. What's the difference between Black Legion and Black Templar? Black Legion is a really heavy dark paint, and it's got no it's basically like dark brown. It has a really kind of dark grayish brown texture to it. What it doesn't do is it doesn't do the contrast thing as well as Black Templar does. Whereas Black Templar is basically like dark grey. It's like a bluish dark grey. So and it doesn't actually come out as black. Black Legion, as Dan says, is basically opaque, whereas Black Templar is not. What's the current record for gifts on stream? I think it's like 350, something like that was the record. It was absolutely insane. I cried many times. Oh, I completely agree, Corbin. Targal Raid Shade is a fantastic paint. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Cygor Brown. But I think what I might do is I actually just thin it down. So just to make this a little bit easier. So we're going to use... Where is it? It's over here. So we're going to use Lamy and Medium here, just to improve the flow. And what we're going to do, and I'll explain this in a minute when we do the camera, but obviously I don't film this part normally. But you guys get to see this because you guys are watching this early. So we're going to take 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 parts Cygor Brown. And then we're going to take 1 and 2 parts Lamy and Medium. And we're going to, basically it's a 2 to 1, but there's 4, that's 4 to 2. So it's a 4 parts Cygor Brown to 2 parts Lamy and Medium, which is basically a 2 to 1. And you'll see why. So now we've got it thinned down. So I'm going to just do that, and then we're going to get rid of the music, and then we're going to come back here, and then I'm going to get rid of the member goals, the sub count, and my face. And then we're just going to shuffle these off to one side. There we go. And we are going to pick up this guy. I can't remember which one we started with, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So just going to hit the focus button there. And we're going to hit record. So with all of that berserker bloodshade now applied, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the hair and the flesh. Now the colour we're going to be using for this one is a roughly 4 parts Cygor Brown to 2 parts Lamy and Medium, or a 2 to 1 mix of Cygor Brown to Lamy and Medium. And we're going to be applying this over the top of all of the fur and all of the skin. I'm just going to start down here on the leg and make our way around. Just like that sort of thing. There we go. Actually did a pretty good job of that. Yeah, there's just a little bit on the heel that I missed. There we go. Alright, and we are back. Hey! There we go. It's not bad, is it? It's a nice colour, that one. So now we just continue on and we do the rest of them. What's a little bit fun about doing this video this way is this is absolutely categorically not how I recommend doing batch painting. Normally, of course, I say do things in batches of 5 rather than in batches of 40, which is what this is going to end up being, but it's fine. We have to get all the Clanrats done. And if we don't get them all done, and we only do 20 of them, I shan't want to finish the rest of them. You see what I mean? Asmodeus, thank you so much for another 5 gifted memberships. That is incredibly kind of you. So now comes the fun part of a challenge like this, where you're thinning down paint like this as a kind of crucial element of your scheme. Is how much does the mix? How far does the mix go? And I would always recommend, like, even if you're, if say you were to do this for all 40, right? I wouldn't recommend going, well, 2 to 1, well, 4 to 2. 4 to 2 managed to get 2 done. So if I just do 40 to 20, that'll get 10 done. No, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Hello, Elec Man. How are you? Hello, Simon. First time here live. Loving it. I love it. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We've had 30 new members already, guys. That's bonkers. We might have to set a new goal at this rate. So normally I get a little bit closer, which I will do in a minute. Just gonna give these a good shake. Did I buy a new Seigel Brown? I did. Yes. I thought I was gonna have to. I thought the Skaven would be the one that did it. So what we're doing? We're doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then we need 1 and 2 alarming mediums. Okay, we're going to go on to the next one now. I'm going to go a little bit closer, so I'm just going to actually twizzle you guys like this so you can still see my face. There we go. Twizzled. There we go. So next Clanrat, here it is. Just so I can see a little bit better. My legs are old and bent. Something just plummeted to the ground. There was a moment earlier, guys, where the stream might not have happened because my light, this one up here to the top left, just decided to stop working. And I was trying to like kind of just get a good even spread of light from all my other stuff that I've got around it, because I've got loads of lights, but I was just trying to get this thing to look the same as the Clanrats video did, because I'd already started the Clanrats video last night. And I just couldn't do it, so I went downstairs and I played Elden Ring for an hour, and then I came back upstairs with the light in a fearful mood, and it ended up being all right. Which was nice. You can imagine that moment when you go, oh, great. That's my business crippled for the next week. That looks like rat body, but I can't tell. So few of them are actually like pretty naked like this. A lot of them are they're mostly just covered in. We've got the little ears to do. Don't want to forget about the little ears. Yeah. There we go. Rat number 3. Do you have recommendations for painting in sub-assemblies? What kind? What kind of recommendations? Because I don't normally do it. As you can probably tell from the videos. Mostly because it's not actually, it doesn't, I said this the other day on the stream, in that sometimes when you sub-assemble, you're sub-assembling a miniature because you want to make it easier to paint details that you're not going to see, and you end up making it harder to paint details that you are going to see. So what does the sacrifice? Because I find painting like a bit. So if you gave me a shield or something and just went, go on, paint that, and it's not attached to anything, I'm like, cool, how do I hold it? And if you can't hold it easily, then you've made painting that model harder in favor of the glove behind the shield as opposed to the actual shield itself. Does that make sense? There are occasionally miniatures like the Archanaut frigate that we just finished, where that would have been easier with some sub-assemblies, but realistically the only sub-assemblies I probably would have done going back on that would have been to perhaps leave the crew off, but mostly just leaving those kind of top balloony bits off so that I had a really good and easy access to the rest of the boat. But then I'd have been in the same trouble I was in as I was painting the darn thing anyway, in that where was I going to hold it, you know? There we go. 4 down. Love it. Has he got baby rats on his base? Yes, some of them do. It's very cute. I love your tutorials. First time watching you live now. Oh, well, hello, Zalandai. Are you enjoying it? The skeletal manifestation. Which faction is that? Why do I put the brush in my mouth? I put the brush in my mouth to just restore the tip. Like that. It doesn't go in my mouth, really. It just stays on my lips there. That like button really needs licking, people. Yes, I agree. We're only on 16 likes, guys. Please do leave a like on the stream. We're hoping to get to 50. That's our first goal. So if you haven't already, please do leave a like on the stream. Likes are indeed free. Unless the like button is missing for everybody. Okay. So I ought to just check on this. No, we still got a fair bit of fins down. Let's just keep going. Let's do the next one. So this is where it's a little bit like when I'm having to use not the handles, and I don't want to take them off because I'll forget which ones are on the handles. We just pop a quick bit of, yeah, just like a half an extra brush of Lamy medium in there. There we go. Makes it a little bit easier. You can almost feel sometimes when it's a little bit too sticky in some ways. There we go. Do you ever fix mistakes with a grey sear paint pot? Yeah, very occasionally. If it needs to be done. It depends what we're... Yeah, there's the right paint. Depends what we're doing, really. If we're, for example, on like stuff like parchment on the shield or something, I'll invariably get blue or whatever on the parchment, which is where you don't want it. So I then just go back in and use a bit of grey sear to tidy it up. But sometimes if the paint that's gonna go over the top of the mistake is like really opaque or dark, like Black Legion or Cycle Brown or something like that, or like a metallic, for example, then it just covers it over, so you don't need to worry about correcting it, which is nice. It's useful. Right, so we're back with another mix, same one. But what I generally don't do is go in and like correct any if it's a bit coffee stainy, I don't correct a bit of coffee staining or a little bit of streaks or whatever with grey sear and then reapply, because you end up with a transition line between the two colours. So in that instance, if it's really bad, and you can see it in the Lord Vigilant on Griffstalker video, what I did there was I took some thinned down Cantor blue and used that to fix it, by kind of creating almost like a glaze consistency with it, because it just keeps that, it just kind of, I mean, firstly it enriches the blue color, which is awesome, but then it just smooths out any of those kind of darker spots that you don't want. So I'd always advocate for, if you're making a mistake like that onto another color, or it's a bit coffee stainy, or it's a bit streaky or whatever, just find a lovely kind of like almost a glaze that you can make. So a good one is if you make a mistake on sort of a mid red like Blood Angels red, you can go in there with Mephiston red, just use that to tidy it up in that sort of glaze format, and that fixes it no end. It saves you a lot of hassle, and you end up with something I think that looks better. Can't really see what I'm doing here. There we go. I think I got it. Oop. Make sure we get the ears, and then we've got this last of the bit on the arm here to do. we go. Ronic933, thank you very much for the 199. What do you do for brush care while using contrast? The secret with it is to kind of wash your brush often. So you'll see, like, no, I'll give you an example, right? So we'll paint this Clanrat. So every time that I go back to the pot, I'll notify you. So we're just going to take off most of the excess there, and then we need to find where the leg begins. We'll start with this leg here. So we apply this like that. Get the leg done. And then we just check on the inside, make sure we got it. Cool. Now we wash the brush. And come back in. I'm very confused by this leg right now. What? Okay, it's there. Yeah. So we're going to keep going. Make sure we just get a good coat. No, we missed a little bit on the corner. There we go. Missed a bit of hair under there as well. Sacrilege. And then we're going to wash the brush one more time. And then we're going to go on to our next detail, which is going to be this arm. There we go. And then we can do the other arm as well. And then we're going to wash the brush. And then we're going to do the face. And so the reason I demonstrate it like this is because what you'll see now that we've finished applying the brown to another rat, you see down here, it's already started to dry. Now, if I hadn't washed my brush any times in that time, my brush would be getting as dry as that is now. So that's why you want to do it, because it has got a longer, a shorter drying time than a base or a layer paint, especially once it's in your bristles and once it's being applied. So you just want to give it a good wash every so often, just to keep the bristles nice and loose, but also just to protect it from sticking up and gunging up. So there we go. That's a leg done. Give it a wash. And then we'll do the next leg. Not sure if we're even in focus here. Probably not. There we go. Should be in focus now. Give that leg a going over. Lovely. There's a bit of leg right in here. Alright, now we've got this arm. Yeah, it's all closed. Now he's got his little hand in here, which we need to do. Wash the brush. And then we've got the face to do. Yeah, only got one ear. There we go. We'll see you soon, Asmodeus. Thank you for hanging out. Hello, Adam. Martin Spoon, thank you very much for being a member for 2 months. Vicariously enjoying this as I am away from home. Wait, are you on a work trip? But thank you very much for being a member for 2 months. That is incredible. Good stuff. Is there a good rule of thumb for deciding which shade to use? I believe Nuln is good for metallics, looking more rusty. Agrax is for making things dirty, etc. Not so much. I wouldn't say there's a rule of thumb for what shade works. Ultimately, it's a case of what do you want the shade to do? Do you want the shade to accentuate the recesses? Do you want it to tint the color with a different color? Do you want to darken it down? Do you want to punch it up? All this kind of thing. Essentially, it's like the newer contrast shades are better for it than the old ones were, but it's a case of like, you know, yeah, it's really a case of what is the shade's intended purpose. So quite often I use shades to just enhance the colors and also just bring it down a little bit, unless it's metallics, in which case I'm shading it because I'm actually adding some recessed color into it, right? So adding Agrax Earthshade, for example, over the top of gold gives it a browny recess, which can make it a little bit more antique or weathered or dirty. Same for, you know, you could add Nuln Oil, which would make gold feel a little bit more industrial, if that's what you wanted to do. Or you can add something like Fuegan Orange, or Griffhound Orange, or Reichland Flesh Shade, Gilliman Flesh, if you wanted to make them feel really rosy and warm in the gold. It's yeah, that's it's kind of what is the shade's intended purpose is that's the way to look at it, rather than what's the rule, because you don't have to shade anything if you don't want to. Evening, in your opinion, for shiny armor, is it better to use a metallic primer or use a primer like Grey Seer, paint the armor with Iron Warriors, and then apply the contrast? So for me, painting, so I paint every other detail with contrast paint, right? So when you use a metallic primer, you are making everything on that model metallic. So if you're making, if you spray, for example, so if we took a Stormcast and we sprayed it silver, the metal is now silver, the weapon is now silver, the leather on the handle of the spear is now silver, the belt is now silver, the cloak is now silver, the facing on the shield is now silver, and that's all fine. However, you shouldn't then go and apply contrast paints over the silver for the bits that you don't want to be metal, like the gloves or the inside of the boots or the belt, because you're now going to have a metallic belt, if you see what I mean. So, from my perspective, it's better to prime it with Grey Seer or Wraithbone or White Scar, or even something like Abaddon Black, right? Because if you prime it with that, you've then got a neutral colour from which to apply your other colours to the model, and it won't all have a metallic tinge to it. Now the other side of it is that when you apply a spray of Lead Belcher, what's always recommended, you see it in every Games Workshop video, they never just go straight in and shade it. What they do is they spray it with Retributor Armour, and then they give it a coat of Retributor Armour. That is no different to me giving it a spray of Grey Seer and then giving it a coat of Retributor Armour, because then I can shade that Retributor Armour and reapply it. Does that make sense? Family summer holes somewhere in the rainy north of England. Lots of fun, but should have brought some minis given the weather. always have minis. Always have minis on in stock to paint. When you mix your contrast and medium like a 1-to-1, what are you mixing it in? Like just on the brush or in a bowl? So what I do is I take a brush load and put it on a palette pad, and then wash the brush, then take a brush load and mix it on the palette pad, and then I apply it. I don't have a bowl. I just have a palette right here. It's just a palette pad it's this one from Games Workshop. So I buy this thing, the palette pad, because it is great. It's really good, and this thing will last me for like 2 years when I get the next one. So I haven't quite finished my last one, but I bought this one because I knew I had like 3 pieces of paper left. I bought that one 2 years ago. Star Pilot 94. Star Pilot 94 has come in and dropped a big 20 gifted memberships, like an absolute legend. Thank you so much, Star Pilot. You're incredible. Hi. Hi indeed. Hello. Let's put on 476. We've got, guys, that's 50 new members today. If we get another 50, that will be 100 new members in one stream. That would be incredible. $20 members for 20 rats. You want me to paint 20 rats at once? Damn, we skipped 69, did we? What are we on the light counter? Because either it's broken on my end, because it says we're on 26. Oh, I see, 469. Hello, Christopher Sandford, Police Station, Gloucester. Hi, Christoph. Hello, mate. Technical question. I have a problem to bend the shoulder pad, knee pad transfers. They stick out, can't get right shape. I'm using decal medium. Oh, I see. You're doing the transfers. I'm really bad at transfers and decals. I've used Microset and Microsol, which is very good. It is very, very useful at doing that. What you need is something to soften that transfer so it will adhere better. I'm not sure if there's anything else out on the market because I'm really, really bad at doing transfers. That's why I just defaulted to using that. The other thing that you can try is just multiple glazes of like Lamium medium or whatever, or the decal medium over it. I always find the trick with the decals is if it's not right, don't keep playing with it. Just let it fully dry and come back to it, and then go again and add a little bit more, rather than going, oh, I've applied it, it's not quite right. Apply a little bit more, oh, it's not quite right, because you can end up compounding your mistake with it. Or you can end up compounding the error, especially when it comes to like the shoulders. On like for example, trying to apply Ultramarines Ultima to a shoulder pad, it's really hard because it's not concaved enough as a shape. So the best thing to do is to leave it alone and come back to it once it's fully dried, and then keep going with it, if that makes sense. So I think it will add a little bit of extra something to it if we add a little bit of Black Templar to the fur. It'll just make them look a little bit more interesting than they perhaps are, which is interesting. They're all still drying at the moment, though. Hi, Mr. the Chris Bailey. How are you doing? Okay, so we've got all of our Cygor Brown on. So what we want to do now is we want to use Black Templar to add a little bit of a variation to the Clanrats skin and fur. It's subtle, but it's enough to give it a little something. Will you paint a Vermin Lord? Maybe. It depends on what other stuff comes out for the Skaven. If the other stuff that comes out for the Skaven is super cool, then there might not be space for a Vermin Lord in whatever Skaven collection I have coming up. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to pause the music and we're going to go for another recording run. Everybody, I bet you're really excited. Let's just minimize all of this. Not that. We need that. Minimize that and that. But what I will just do is I'll put the my face on again just for a second, because I just need to check which one it is I used for the last take. It was that guy who looks like that. Yes, that one's pretty good, so we'll use that one just to keep things consistent, you see. How long until the official best way to do Clanrats? So I need to get it finished. So we've done 16 Clanrats skin. This is the next 8, which puts us on 24. Then there's another 16 left to do. So we're doing 5 skin and fur recipes basically, and then we're doing 10 lots of cloves. and metallics basically. The metallics are pretty much all going to be the same, but that's how we're doing it in this video. So it'll be coming out soon, probably at the weekend, because tomorrow the Grey Seer video is coming out. But anyway, we're now going to record live, guys. So quiet on set, as always. Hello, Reza Prime. How you doing, buddy? You okay? Are you happy? Are you healthy? Anyway, I'm going to hit record. So with that Cygor Brown and Lamian medium mix applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to take a little bit of Black Templar. And we're going to use this over the top of all of the hair. Just around here. Like that, for example. And this just adds a little bit of extra visual interest to this one. Just like that. Boom. And I've noticed on this guy, there's actually a little bit of the chest, which we need to apply some Cygor Brown over. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. There we go. Crushed it. And there's just a little bit of Black Templar that I need to apply up there. There we go. Cool. Bosh. 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 Hey! We're back. You're fully moved now, Rez. That's exciting. So once again, I'm going to go a little bit closer, just so I can just spot all of this hair. So we're still on the Black Templar train here. That's 2 down. This bit's always going to be a bit quicker. Have you had the housewarming party yet, Rich? And if so, why wasn't I invited? There we go. See, this bit's always quicker because you've got the main color on now. Nope, nothing on there. Marvelous. There we go. And we got one more. Any plans for my first 4th ed game? No. Well, hopefully with Liam and Joe. See, he only had a little batch of it. There we go. I know I want to use my Stormcast. Right, what is next? There's 3. And that. Right, there's only 4 paints left. Our mutual friend told me today you're really into them. I am. I love the Stormcast Eternals. They are my favouriteest thing in Warhammer. And that is not my fault. I just love them. I love the whole vibe, you know. Right, next colour is your boys Adam, Rich, and Rich might get jealous. Well, they might. They have to invite me to their houses. I'm gonna get told off now for saying that, guys. Nobody loves Josh. Alright, we're gonna go for another colour run now. And it's a really simple one, this one. So, hit record. So with that Black Templar all applied, what we're now going to do is going to take a little bit of Gore-grunta fur. And we're going to apply this over top of the nose. Like so. And at the top of their claws. Just like that. Would you still love the Stormcast as much, though, if every one of their sprues came with contact points on the blades? Well, Brady, that's the real question, isn't it? And the answer to that would be no. I would despise them. If they all had contact points on the blades. I would be writing so many sternly worded emails. Being like, Dear Games Workshop, why do you hate people who want to build Stormcast Eternals armies? Kind regards, Josh. P.S. Can we have a new Celestant Prime, please? We can't have a sexy new Prosecutors. And we can't have sexy new Knight Azeroth. And still have baby potato Celestant Prime. It's just not right. Nope, we've done that one. There we go. Beasts of Chaos refresh when? Oh. Ugh. Well, whenever their arcane journal comes out for the old world. What time are we on? 10:05. How would you get a terracotta colour using contrast? One of my group wants to paint Stormcast looking like terracotta warriors and I'm struggling to come up with the right colour. What colour is terracotta? Terracotta. Oh, it's like a peachy colour. You know, I would probably use the paint I just used. Which was Gorgrunter Fur. That will do you. That'll do you a terracotta colour. Gorgrunter Fur over anything really, but Gorgrunter Fur over Grey Seer give you a cold terracotta. Wraithbone will give you a warm, quite orangey terracotta. And then if you want to just kind of add a little bit of brown in there, you can shade it with Seraphim Sepia maybe, or you can go in and use like a little bit of Reikland Flesh Shade. That can also add a little bit of extra shading in there. So we've got 3 paints left. And the first one is that. We've got to wait now. We've got to be patient, and we've got to wait for it to fully dry. So we don't want to ping it off anywhere. You can't wait for the Clanrat video. For those of you who are just joining, so we're doing, I'll explain it again. So what we're doing is we're doing 5 recipes of skin and fur. So we've got 1 and we've got 2 here. So these are done across 8 individuals. So 8 of these, 8 of these. We're currently working on the 3rd one, which is Sigil Brown and Black Templar, which is going to be dry brushed with Night Quester Flesh. So there you go. There's your 2. There will be then a 3rd, and then once we've done that, we'll then do 10. Count it, 10. We'll do 10 kind of like almost like clan specific ones. So it would be like, this is kind of what you'd use for Esh, and it'll just be lots of Black Legion and this, that, and the other. And we'll do that across 4 each of them. So we'll do like Black Legion robes on the top, on the trousers, on the shield, and so on and so forth. And we'll go that way. And this way it'll be one Clanrats video, but it's just like everything you need to paint Clanrats. That makes sense? So we're gonna do it now. Because it also gives me a lot of time to kind of research what those look like. Okay, so Night Quester Flesh, you're up next. And this is going to be a dry brush. So once again, we're just going to power down all the streamy stuff. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. And my face will now disappear. Pow! And now we're just going to go like this. Grab up our Clanrat, this little boy here. Going to do that. And then I'm going to hit the record button. So everyone quiet on set. So with that gore grunt of fur all applied, what we're now going to do is we're going to dry brush all of the skin and fur using some Night Quester Flesh. I mean, once again, just going to be really gentle here. Just wanting to catch the raised details. Just like that sort of thing. Boom. Metal pipe sound like clong. I don't actually have that on this computer, which is disappointing. Okay, so now we're going to do this across all 8. That's that one done. Don't you just love it when a colour scheme comes together? Need a little bit more like Quest of Flesh. There we go. Have you had a chance to paint the Vengorian Lord / Laukavai? We'll be grabbing most of the model next week and still can't decide on the colour of the wings. I have Laukavai. I haven't painted it yet though. It's the magic number of likes. Yes, we did it. Well done, guys. And if we get 19 more members, then that would have been 69 new members today. That's a magic number of a magic number of members. Lol. So there we go. So then there's 2 things left to do across all of our little ratty boys, which are to take Evil Sun Scarlet and Screaming Skull and do it over the top of the eyes and the teeth, which we'll do in just a minute. But I need to sit back for a moment because I've been sat forward for quite a while, and that means my back goes Are you guys enjoying the stream? Is it useful? Are you finding inspiration? Can I tell you about my really disappointing dinner that I had tonight? It was awful. I ordered a McDonald's. Do you know what I ordered from McDonald's? I ordered a double quarter pounder with cheese. And do you know what turned up? A double quarter pounder of cheese with no bun, no cheese, and no patty. So a packet turned up. Look. Plain, no cheese, no patty, no bun. This is what they sent. This is... Look. Look. What's... Absolute... Absolute... piss take. I'm so sad. I opened it and I was like, ooh, here we go. Oh, this feels a bit light. Please tell it was for free. No, Kataro, it cost me £9. Have you not seen the film Hook? Yeah. Bangarang, baby. Bangarang. Oh my goodness me. No way. Cello Suite number 1 in G major. That cannot be. How is this copyright free? How is this copyright free? I'm definitely going to get something for this. Great. Thanks, Epidemic Sound. Age. Yeah, maybe. Kingpin vibes. Yes! We just watched that. We just watched Daredevil. Alice and I. For me, it's like the 4th time. For her, I think it's her it's her 2nd time for the first series. I mean, if we get demonetized for this stream, that's fine. It's all being turned into a video anyway. $12 for the salad. Star Pilot 94. Thank you. I'm going to put my face back on. Thank you so much for the $12. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Honestly, worst dinner I've ever had. Imagination dinner. Anyway, we're going to do some eyes now. So this is going to involve me having to... I'm going to show you what I have to do for eyes. You'll see it live, right? So we'll just pause that. Thank you. So if I turned a Dreadsaurin into a giant rat thing, you would be an absolute legend among hobbyists. I assume you got a refund. I've applied for one. As to whether or not I get one, that's a different story. Right, we're going to do a quick record now. So you'll see what happens when I do these eyes things, right? So hit record. We need our little ratty boy. There he is. So I'm just going to hit the focus. So what we do is, you'll notice this now every time I do it. We go. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take a teensy tiny little dot of Evil Sun Scarlet. I'm going to apply this over the top of all of the eyeballs. There you go. So yeah, so I have to go. I have to go quite close to make sure I don't screw this up, especially when doing 8 little pairs of eyes. All right, good night, Star Pilot 94. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And thank you so much for the 20 gifted. That was incredible. We actually need a little bit of Seigel brown in the corner of that one's eye. There we go. got it. And actually, there we go. Alright, that's all the eyes done. That's the hard bit. How big are the Clanrats compared to a Space Marine? Space Marine. Does a Mark 6 Space Marine help? There is a Mark 6 Space Marine. And here is a Clanrat. There you go. Right. There is one paint left to apply. And I did promise you guys I was going to finish off 8 of them. So that's what we are going to do. Do. Oh. With his luck, his refund will be in Monopoly money. Scarbrand knows. See? I'm excited because once I do 40 Clanrats, that will put us on 339 models for the year. And then it's just a small matter of the 5 remaining Liberators in 5 different colour schemes, the Memorians, the Reclusians, the Claw Lord, the Lord Terminos, the Night Quester, the Claw Lord, and the Warp Block. No, the Rattling Blast, the Rattling Warp Blaster, and the 4 bits of terrain. But after all of that, we're done. So, the last colour. Played a couple of games of Spearhead this evening. Very impressed so far. See, it's a good game. It's a good game. I know none of you doubt me. But it is a wicked game. But Scarbrand, this is my job. And if I'd only painted 20 miniatures this year, that would be a problem for my job. Okay, here we go. We're going to apply our last colour to this set of miniatures. So we're just going to minimise all of this one more time. And we're going to grab our little clanny ratty. There he is, our happy little rat. Get it focused. Hit record. And so with that Evil Sun Scarlet all applied to the eyes, what we're now going to do is going to take some Screaming Skull. I'm going to use this to pick out all the teeth. Boom. So we'll get that all done. Across all 8. And then we're groovy. There we go. And we're done. So there you have it, guys. That is the full recipe. Well, the third of the recipes. There's still 2 more to go. We're going to go for kind of a light brown rat. And I think we'll go for like a dark grey rat as well. So as you can see, there's our 8 that we've done. Here's the other 8 that we did before the stream. You can see how they'll intersperse with each other. And I know it doesn't look like much right now because they haven't got like their cloth and stuff on, but et voila. What do you think? Did you guys enjoy that? Did you enjoy this format? Because we can do more of this in the future if you like. But I only do it if it's what you guys want to see. I've just got to do that twice. Twice more. As you can see, it takes about 2 hours to get 8 of the sets of skin done. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hours in total for skin. Are my comments coming through? Yes. Well, I saw that one. So the other... So like I said, for those of you who haven't seen it, we've done the rat ogres. There's one. There's another. And there's the third. So we've got 3 rat ogres. They're all done. Just the bases need finishing. And yeah, like I said, you've got to get all of the all of the cloth and stuff done, which is going to be the other thing, which is going to take probably all day tomorrow. But late tonight, I will be painting the next 8 and the next 16. I'm pleased with them. I think they're looking pretty good, and I'm pretty pleased with the format. I'm glad you guys are excited for the video, because the worst thing would be if you thought that video idea was crap. Just got to keep them together in their little color schemes, because what I'll do when I come to doing the next bit, right, is that is Rattling Grime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. That's number 8. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So yeah, when it comes to the next bit of it, it'll be a case of what we can do is we can go today. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to do Eshin. So we can use this guy, we could use this guy, and we can use this guy. So you've got 3. Well, you'll have 4 different skin recipe, so you'll see what it looks like when you chop and change between each one. And I was thinking about just doing like 8 different things, so doing them in batches of 5, so one of each skin recipe goes into each video, but there's probably 10 combinations, you see. So I'll figure it out. This part is the first bit. Then we've got all the metallics and stuff, of course, to do. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, it was good fun. So we can do more live filming. Hopefully all the footage is fine. I'm sure it is. It looked like it was all fine. But yeah, good stuff. Sorry if I just joined live, if what I ask has already been asked already, but are you going to do an X amount of recipes like you did for the crypt calls? Yeah, basically. So kind of like that crypt calls video, what we're doing is we're doing 5 different skin and fur recipes, and then after that bit, the second half of the video is then 10 different Clanrats recipes, for lack of a better word, to go with those skin. Rather than doing the same thing over and over again 10 times, we're doing it in one video, 5 and then 10, as that makes sense. And I need to get on with it, because if I don't get on with it, it won't be ready in time. I basically have till Monday to get it done, because I've got a Claw Lord to do after this. But once all the Clanrats are done, I then have the Claw Lord to do, and once the Claw Lord is done, I've done the Skaven Spearhead. So, spoiler alert, the first videos for Skaventide, as they've come out, have all been for the Spearheads. Stormcast and Skaven. So the Warlock Engineers video is already out. The Greyseers video will be out tomorrow. And then after that, we've got Lord Veritant. And then after that, we've got Rat Ogres. And then after that, we've got Liberators. And then after that, we've got Clanrats. And then other stuff. It was great to watch the genesis of the rat recipe book. Well, there you go. I would watch you paint all day if it was possible. I enjoy your content very much. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Robert Blake. That's very kind of you. If only, eh? But then I wouldn't be able to make any videos. It would all be live streams. Which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but videos are a little bit easier, aren't they? Have you already decided on the clans you will be painting? So definitely at this point, Eshin, Pestilence, Verminous, Scryer, Moulder, Moors. I'm pretty certain. That's subject to change, but those are the ones I've got in my head at the minute. They can all be, you know. I will do some investigating. Clan Scurvy from the old Skaven heraldry book. Let me look at what it looks like. Clan Scurvy. Ooh, it's green. Oh, a yellow. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. Nah, that's not too bad. Yeah, we can do Clan Scurvy. Go on, I'll do it for you guys. Because it's what you want. We'll do Clan Scurvy first as well. That way I don't forget. Let me just write it down. Clan Scurvy. What did I say? Eshin. Verminous. Moors, Moulder, Scryer, Pestilence. Who am I missing? Am I missing anyone important? Eshin, Verminous, Moors, Moulder, Scryer, Pestilence. Skaventide videos to do. Rictus. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. There's space for 2 more. Have you done a video about noviates? What's noviates? Novitiates? As in the Sisters of Battle one? No, that's alright. I haven't done a novitiates video. I do have a set of novitiates to do. What I would say is the way I would do it would be to follow, would basically be to do what I do for my Battle Sisters videos, but to change the red to a brown, to do something like snakebite leather instead. That's pretty much the only change, because they do have, at least in the box art, right? Novitiates. Oh no, they do have a slightly bluey jeans. Oh, and the rotate pictures don't work. Good. This is so annoying. I know, it's still black. Yeah. I do have a lot of sororitas videos. Do you think their robes are always brown regardless of the chapter? No, I probably not. I think the robes you could probably do any color, but what you don't want to do it in is the same bright heraldry as like the full sisters. That way, oh, sorry, excuse me. That way they stand out, but also they are clearly sisters in training. Because if they're in the bright red, then of Order of our Martyred Lady, for example, they would look a bit like, they would look just like Battle Sisters. So like, even if you were to do like, what does Bloody Rose look like? Bloody Rose, Sisters of Battle. So they have red armor with black cloth. And then a white on the inside. What I would do for Bloody Rose novitiates is I would do the red armor, but then I would invert the colors. So I would do a white outside of the cloth and a black on the inside of the cloth as a kind of simple color swap, just to make them stand out as sisters in training, basically. Would be what I would do. Of course, the Sisters Codex might say something differently, but that's what I would do. Clanrats. See what they look like. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of similar to Eshin, but we can try and do something that's a little bit different. Because Eshin are all creepy and dressed in all black. I'll add them to the list. There's a bit of yellow in there, I guess. Argent Shroud sisters, and their robes are already brownish but red inside. Ah, yes. Argent Shroud. Let me look at the Argent Shroud. I haven't looked at them in a while. Did I do a video on how to paint Argent Shroud? I thought I did do a video on Argent Shroud. I did! Order of the Argent Shroud. Oh yeah, I used her to do it. Yeah. So with them, you could easily do a inverted color swap just to make them stand out a little bit different, and you could change maybe like the thighs, like the thigh plates, to be black maybe, just so it's like an unfinished part. It only needs a slight tweak for them to just look a bit different, because they do obviously have the thing. But if you were to invert it so it's not the cream on the outside and the red on the inside, you could do their shawls, their headdresses in the same color in the red. Because they do have that, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I am going to run now because I need to reload and get ready for the next recipe, for the next episode. Hey. Smoke with... Oh, my monitor's about to turn off. That's good. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. You are the best audience in the universe. So good that my finger wants to pull focus. Give me the face. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that one. If you did enjoy that one, let me know, and we can do more live filming in the future. It wasn't too bad in the end. And yeah. 4 off 65, 165, 165. I know. But we can't force people to subscribe. Because people... I'm seeing almost all green names as members in here. So I'm guessing of the people who are watching, most of you are subscribed already anyway. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am going to raise the hand of farewell. I'm going to do this one. This one's covered in paint. See you later, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. A massive thank you, as always, to Mini Painting Dad, Jack, Mikesell, Captain Mannerings, Conky Ming, Steliad, Asmodeus, Goblin Horde, Dazran, Asmodeus again, Ronic933, Martin Spoon, Star Pilot 94 for all of the gifted memberships, for becoming members, and for the super chats. Your support is what keeps the channel alive. You're the best. Thank you so much. See you all in the next one for a painting video tomorrow. Daily content at the moment. I hope you're enjoying it. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you all again. Bye for now. Bye.